Hi, and welcome to my video review of the Bamoer World of Love bracelet. Now, you might ask, why am I reviewing a Pandora-like bracelet for children? And here's the answer. I was offered it for review. I know a lot about Pandora. I wanted to see what a $10 to $15 bracelet could be. I kind of figured it would be a cheap piece of junk. Turns out I was a bit wrong. But let me talk about Pandora for a second first. This bracelet, let's give you another close-up of it, is clearly a Pandora ripoff. I mean, I don't think they're even apologetic about it. It's got, among other things, it's got that little Pandora clasp sort of thing. Let me open it up here, where, you know, it looks just like Pandora. You put the little prong in the one side, you snap it shut, just like Pandora. So if you know Pandora, this will be very familiar to you. It's got the little parts on the serpentine bracelet where you can screw in things to stop other beads from falling off, just like Pandora. In this house, there are several Pandora bracelets, numerous Pandora charms and beads. Way too much money spent on Pandora, including some Disney charms, which add the Pandora expense and the Disney expense together, and you get a little expense supernova. But anyway, so I know Pandora. In fact, I even actually had to overnight a Pandora bead from the Pandora store at the Mall of America because it absolutely positively had to be here for Christmas, for whatever reason. So thank you, Pandora store at the Mall of America, for not overcharging on shipping. But anyway, I know Pandora. I've seen a lot of the beads. And this little bracelet is actually a stunning facsimile of Pandora for the price, which right now is about $11. It's probably between $10 and $15 when you see it. It's going to be about, around the same price it is now. Now, is it just like Pandora? No. This is not handmade. This does not have a lifetime warranty. It does not have the real heft of Pandora, although it does have a fair bit of heft. It probably weighs about as much as a Pandora bracelet would weigh on Mars. So if your kid wants to be an astronaut, this might be, preparing them for the path. But anyway, it is a Pandora facsimile. It has a lot of duplicate beads. It's got 3 of the same glass beads. It's got a couple of everything else. So, I mean, it doesn't, when you look at it up close, look like a fine Pandora bracelet. But from a distance, it looks like what would cost you at least $400 in a Pandora store. And that's probably a minimum. And to small kids who don't know any better, or who don't really care, it's a Pandora bracelet. That's all they really care about. Looks like one, feels like one, just like mommies or daddies, I don't judge. And they're going to like it. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind though. First, it's not Pandora. Why is it $11 instead of $400? Well, because, the materials aren't as nice. I don't know what these beads are made out of. They might be sort of aluminum. They might be sort of metallic, plasticky sort of thing, but they are not magnetic. They are not that heavy. They will probably not last for many years. But they will last, and I know that because my daughter's small little friend, who's like an elfin warrior in that she's petite but incredibly active, had it for a week. And in that week, she did not break it, which means that it is pretty durable. She gave it back, I wiped it off, it was a little dirty, and it still looks like new. Nothing wrong with it, still works. So I would argue that for kids, this is as durable as you can expect, certainly more durable than you think for $11. One caveat though. This is the 18 centimeter version. If you're wondering if it's going to fit your kid's wrist, you might need a smaller wrist than you think. I've taken a 6-inch piece of paper, wrapped it around some cardboard, and, if I can get this on here, that's about the maximum wrist size you're going to want. So if you take a piece of string and cut it to 6 inches and put it around your kid's wrist, if it's any bigger than that, this isn't going to fit. At 6 inches, it's not super tight at all, but it's certainly not loose by any means. So 6 inches is an absolute maximum. This also comes in a 20 centimeter version. For that, you can go to maybe 6 2/3 inches, 6 1/2, 6 3/4, somewhere around there as a maximum size. So if your kid's wrist is anywhere 6 inches or above, I get the 20 centimeter. If it's over 6 1/2 or maybe 6 3/4, it's not going to fit. So they say it's for teen girls. I'm going to say it's more for younger kids, at least here in the United States. But anyway, it is for the price, a nice little bracelet. It is durable for the price. It is Pandora-esque in that it looks and acts like a Pandora bracelet, except that obviously it's missing the quality aspect of it. But for $11, if you know somebody who wants to wear a Pandora bracelet that you really don't want to spend $500 on a Pandora bracelet for, especially if it's a smaller kid, I recommend it. I was very pleasantly surprised. I thought it would fall apart when I took it out of the pouch, given the price, but it really doesn't. It's lasted a week in the hands of a very active child. with no sign of wear and tear, so it's probably going to last until it won't fit the wrist anymore. And if it falls off or breaks, again, it's $11. Depending on when you watch the review, might be 10, might be 14, whatever, but it's inexpensive. So if you're wondering if you should get it, if you've got a kid that wants a Pandora-like bracelet and they're not going to care that it's not Pandora, and you don't want to spend, I mean, even the nice steel bracelets with the steel beads are going to run you $100 or something with all this on it, at least. Get this. It's a good way to see if they actually want the bracelet, if they can actually handle the feel of it on their wrist, if they don't mind the jangling noise, if they don't mind the way it feels or whatever. It's a good way to do it. And if it breaks or whatever after a couple of weeks or a month or whatever, you know they can't take care of it, you know they're going to lose it, you know they don't like the way they feel of it. So I think it's just an excellent little bracelet to buy to see if they want it. Don't buy it for teen girls. They're going to say, ooh, it's not Pandora. Don't buy it for yourself. It won't fit. But for your kids, I think it's actually a good purchase, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Thank you.